Hello and welcome back to Crypto Nerd. My name is AJ, here to bring you this cryptocurrency video. So in today's video we're going to be taking a look at some of my Bitcoin charts, and we're also going to be taking a look at my next Ethereum trade I have for you. So please make sure you watch till the end of the video, and please make sure to smash the like button, subscribe and share this video so we can get this out to as many people as possible. Without any further ado, let's jump into the charts. Jumping straight on into the Bitcoin charts then, taking a look at the megaphone pattern, which I've been showing you for about a week now, and looking at this VPVR level, which is the red line in the middle of the pattern. Yesterday, Bitcoin did in fact break down below this level. However, this morning we have seen a recovery in the price of Bitcoin, and we are currently trading above that VPVR level. As always, there is quite a lot of time left of this daily candle, meaning that there is time for Bitcoin to get back below this VPVR level, and we could potentially see a rejection of the VPVR level, meaning we would get a setback in the price of Bitcoin and we would be in for another rejection of the price of Bitcoin, meaning we'd have a bit of a pullback before another potential retest of the VPVR level. But right now we are trading above that VPVR level, and if the price of Bitcoin can hold above the VPVR level, then we are back in the rally to see Bitcoin up at the top of this megaphone pattern. Moving on to the head and shoulders pattern, which I showed you in yesterday's video. This head and shoulders pattern is in fact still in, or could still be in play if we were to break down below this neckline down here. If we saw a daily close below this neckline of the head and shoulders pattern, then the target for this trade would be all the way down at, taking it to the potential breakout point, we would see a potential target of around $32,000. So this can still play out if we did break that neckline. However, if we wanted to invalidate this pattern, we would need to see Bitcoin actually break above approximately $63,500. So we could see the price of Bitcoin actually invalidate this if we were to get a daily close above this. However, if we don't get a daily close above this and we were to test this support level down at the neckline and break below it, we would have a pretty significant move to the downside in the price of Bitcoin. Moving on to the hourly chart then, which I in fact showed you in yesterday's video as well, and I first showed you over on Twitter. You can see that I showed you this line here, which I've changed to white. It was previously yellow. You can see that Bitcoin had seen previous support along this level before, and then it broke down and we used this level as resistance and we got rejected, seeing that pullback. I did extend it a little bit further, and you can see that Bitcoin did in fact get rejected here as well, and there was some slight support there, not much at all, but there was a little bit of support there. But right now we have in fact broken above this resistance line, which was previous support, and this is good news for Bitcoin because now we can use this line as support again. And talking about this rising wedge, which the target for this rising wedge is all the way down at $47,500, because we did see that breakdown of this rising wedge, that target is still in play, even though we are seeing the price of Bitcoin actually retrace to the upside. This pattern is not going to be ruled out until we see a break above this yellow line here, which is now going to act as resistance, and it was previous support because it was the bottom of the rising wedge. So for this pattern to be invalidated, we want to see Bitcoin break above this yellow line. However, there is also a possibility that Bitcoin could break above, have a retest of this yellow line. However, it gets rejected at this yellow line, meaning that we would most likely see Bitcoin coming to test this support level down at this white line. So this is still in play, and we do need to keep an eye out on this chart, and I will be keeping you updated on this chart. Moving on to the 4-hour chart then, you can see that I've actually found this potential head and shoulders pattern, it's not a head and shoulders pattern yet. We would like to see Bitcoin roll over like this to sort of create the other shoulder. The neckline would be all the way down here at this yellow line, and if Bitcoin were to break down out of this head and shoulders pattern, this potential head and shoulders pattern, we would have a price target. So if I take it from the top to the bottom of the head and shoulders pattern, taking it to the potential breakout point, we would have a target of around $47,500 ish. However, like the head and shoulders pattern on the daily, this could be invalidated if Bitcoin breaks above this level at approximately $58,800. So if we did see Bitcoin get a 4-hour close above this level, then this pattern would be invalidated. However, there is a possibility that we could see Bitcoin actually roll over, creating that other shoulder, and we could see Bitcoin testing this support level down here. It's too early to tell, but this is just a possibility, and I just want to warn you of this. Moving on to the 15-minute then, taking a look at this rising wedge, which I in fact showed you over on Twitter, and I told you that if we were to break down out of this rising wedge, we would see a price target of around $53,200. However, the price of Bitcoin actually broke up out of this rising wedge, and the price target is all the way up at $58,200. So when trading, if you were to trade on the 15-minute time frame and you have a price target, I would most likely take most of my profits out of the trade up at the actual price target, because the shorter time frames are a lot more volatile than the larger time frames, and it's a lot easier for a trade to actually take a reversal on you. So when trading these, I take most of my profits up at the price target, and then I move my stop loss up to just above my entry point, meaning that if the trade were to reverse on me, I would in fact not lose any money, because my stop loss is above my entry point, and I also took the profit up here. I also look out for the warning signs, and I am in fact in this trade at the moment, and I did put my trade in just as we got that 15-minute close above the rising wedge. So taking a look right now, I am in fact thinking about taking profits out of this trade, because you can see on the RSI right here, the Stoch and the Stoch RSI is getting fairly overbought, meaning that we could see a slight pullback in the price of Bitcoin, or we could see a slight period of consolidation. So I am going to go over to Bybit and take slight profits out of this trade and move my stop loss up to just above my entry point, meaning that this is already a successful trade because I've taken profit and there is no way for me to lose money because I'm setting my stop loss above my entry point. So if it were to get stopped out, I would not lose money. However, this trade is actually still going strong. I know it seems to be getting oversold, but Bitcoin seems to still want to pump to the upside. So I'm just going to take maybe 25% of my profit out of this trade and move the stop loss up, of course, to around $56,500, meaning that I will not lose money. When trading, the most important thing is to minimize the risk in your trade. So when your trade is doing well, to minimize the risk, it's always good to take profit and move your stop loss up to above your entry point or your entry point, so that you can break even if your trade was to reverse on you. And by taking profit, it means that as soon as you take profits, it is a successful trade because you have made money and there is no way for you to lose money. So that is always a good thing to bear in mind. Jumping into the Ethereum charts then, you can see this Ethereum trade I have for you. So you can see this Ethereum diamond pattern right here, which is about to break out. And by the time I have this video for you, the price of Ethereum could have broken out of this diamond pattern because there is only 7 minutes left. The target is all the way up at $3,950, and I did in fact tell you this over on Twitter. So taking a look at Twitter, you can see that I told you Ethereum diamond pattern on the 1 hour. The breakout is imminent, and I will be putting in a long position if we break up. So if we do break up out of this diamond pattern and we do get an hourly close above it, I will be putting in a long position. So you need to make sure you follow my Twitter, because I am updating you on Twitter all the time, and I am putting my trade signals out on Twitter before I can make a video. So make sure you give that a follow. That is going to be all for today's video. So if you enjoyed it, then please smash a like, subscribe and share this video so we can get this out to as many people as possible and we can grow this channel. Thank you very much.